Rollie Pollie has really made one of the biggest body and life transformations that we have ever seen on reality TV. And I don't think that we talking about it enough. Okay? She has went from being one of the meanest, biggest, nastiest, most pettiest bullies at Zeus with an attitude like a snake and a body built like a big goat to being this beautiful swan that she is today. And I, for one, want to talk about it. Okay? So let's talk about it because this is a big deal. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome back. What's up, y'all? My name is Big Mouth, and this is my channel. If you have not been here before, baby, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, and like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you can be alerted when I upload a new video, girl. Let's talk about it, baby. I'm talking about the transformation that Rollie Pollie has made. If y'all don't know Rollie Pollie, she's a person on Zeus.
Play with me.
Who is everybody? Standing there, don't. Oh no, don't threaten me, baby, because we on the west. And I'm talking to you. Don't say everybody.
You couldn't wait to say I fuck with y'all, bitch.
Baby, I'm not talking about no friends. I'm talking real bikers. You're not fucking threatening me. Don't threaten me about nothing.
Start with me.
No, don't start with me.
A member of the Baddies cast, and she was on One More Chance before that. And, you know, she's been around with the Baddies franchise since Baddies South, which was their second season. Now, Rollie Pollie has not had a history of being a girl's girl. She's not had a history of being easy to work with, easy to work with, easy to deal with, or anything of the sort. We actually know Rollie Pollie for being really mean, really nasty, and having a really, I don't know, peculiar disdain for pretty women.
You look good, babe.
You came to start shit with me today?
Huh?
You came to start shit with me today?
Did you come to start shit with me today?
It's no secret that Rollie Pollie has low self or has had low self-esteem or some kind of, you know, behaviors that are associated with low self-esteem in the past. Rollie Pollie over the last year and a half has been doing this whole body transformation. I don't know how big Rollie was when she started, but Rollie has went over this journey over the last year and a half from her show that y'all saw with Transforming Rollie to now where she has had approximately, I think it's about 6 or 7 surgeries.
Damn! She had 2 BBLs. She had her legs done. She had her arms done. Wait, 2 BBLs, her legs done, her arms done. Now she got her back done. She got her chin done twice. You know, so 7, this is surgery number, and now she just, the back, she just got her back.
Me, personally, I was never one for surgery. I'm not an advocate for getting surgery unless it's a life-threatening surgery or something like that, or a deformity that you just don't want to live with. But, you know, foregoing a workout regimen and a proper diet just to go lay on somebody's table and get hacked up 7 different ways from Sunday, sis, I just never personally was a fan. As we saw, Rollie, you know, herself did face complications where she has muscle damage in her stomach. I don't know if she had that fixed or not, but she has muscle damage in her stomach that she's admitted to, and from these surgeries. So needless to say, I don't think this was the safest route. However, if it works for you, sis, I'm kind of in an era now, you know, giving people more grace. If it works for you, sis, go ahead and do your thing. Long story short, sis, Rollie has had all of these surgeries, and now she has a completely different body, okay? But Rollie has come, you know, completely full circle, and now she has this whole new body. Now, this season, I feel like last season, we couldn't really see how Rollie was going to act with her new body because Rollie, she was still kind of big last season. You know what I'm saying? She had only, like, you know, her Baddies East and Baddies Caribbean. I don't think she was really into her pretty girl bag yet. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen this season, this new season of Baddies Midwest, Rollie has really come into her own with her whole beauty regimen. Sis, she has a whole new glam team. You know, we've been asking Rollie to get her attitude together, get her attitude in check. She seems like she has. She's really seems like she's been doing a better job at keeping herself up. I feel like overall, Rollie's personality is just radiating a different kind of aura this season. I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, but that's just my opinion. I do understand that as a commentator that Rollie does have a lot of making up to do because Rollie, you literally, your formula used to literally be bullying pretty girls. That was what you did. You did it on Baddies South with Jayla, you did it on Baddies West with Stunner Girl, and you did it on Baddies Caribbean with Gretchen and Anna. you know, and on Baddies East with Honor. So, like, you really have your formula picked out, sis. You know, you was a big bully. You know, you just pick whoever the camera was following, whoever the prettiest girl that the camera was following, and you would start a beef with them. And it came across to the fans like you were bitter, you know, bitter about how you looked, bitter about your weight, bitter about your, you know, aesthetic and everything like that. And you were just picking on basically what you could not become or what you did not have potential to be. I'm in agreement with that. I'm in agreement with that thought pattern, and I definitely think that that was the case for you for a while. You literally became what you used to talk about. You bullied T for being pretty. You literally said that after you fought her, that the bitch thought she was so pretty. And now you are one of those girls that think you so pretty. So I think that now it's just responsible for you to apologize, not to just T, but to anybody who you've affected with your insecurities. Because you're now asking for the same kind of treatment that you was robbing these girls of. Now, I think Rollie Pollie's turning point for all of this was, because even after she had the surgery, let's be for real, her attitude wasn't changing. I think the turning point for Rollie Pollie is when the fans petitioned to get her put off the show. It didn't work. However, I think that was a wake-up call for her that the fans really did not like her. And it's okay to be a villain. It's okay to be the reality TV villain, but you got to be a likable one. You got to be somebody who we can relate to, and you got to be somebody who has a reason for the season. It got to be a reason why, you know, an origin story behind all of this hate. So I think that's what we were missing with Rollie. Now, the Rollie we've been seeing this season is a softer Rollie. She is not bitter. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any bitter behavior from her. I haven't seen any unnecessary anger, any unjustified anger. I've seen Rollie cracking jokes with smiles on her face. I've seen Rollie being a girl's girl. I've seen Rollie with a whole new wig game, a whole new outfit game, a whole new makeup pattern, and sis, I'm here for it. I've literally seen this girl over this season transform into a baby doll. And I don't think that the fans are acknowledging it enough. I don't think that we were ready for this, number one, because I don't think anybody ever had it in their mind that she was going to actually accomplish what she set out to accomplish, including myself. I never thought this transformation would go this well. You know, and I'll be the first to eat my words. Rollie, you look the fuck good, okay? Sis, I can talk about it for an hour, but I won't because I already did on live. Sis, you look the fuck good. Everything about your aesthetic right now is really giving what it needs to be gave. But that's not the reason why I say that you deserve a little bit of, you know, kudos. I say that because we have never seen anybody on this show, and we rarely see this in reality TV spectrum at all, where somebody literally does some shadow work, does some internal work, and literally changes their attitude, you know? And I know some people are going to say it's all due to her weight loss. She just not fat no more, and she got a nice shape to her now, so she just, you know, and that might very well be the case, but I'm going to take it how I can get it either way. I can see how y'all might think that Rollie Pollie is, you know, better because she ain't fat no more. You know, I can see how y'all can say that, because a lot of y'all was saying that in my comments when I was on live talking about it, that Rollie Pollie only this way because she not fat no more, she not bitter no more, you know, and she's one of the pretty girls, so she don't have to bully the pretty girls. And that might very well be the case, but whatever the case was, sis, I'm glad that you made a change. And we need to acknowledge that change. Okay, as the fans, y'all tore her down. We tore her down. I tore her down. When Rollie was big, fat, nasty, and wide, and had a horrible, nasty attitude, and she was 2 degrees away from Satan's love child, bitch, because that's how she was acting. We read her to hell. We read her for filth, and we told Rollie's ass up. Be willing to lift somebody up if you're going to be willing to tear them down. Like I said, we've never seen anybody on this show make a transformation like that with an attitude or a body or anything like that. And I just think that we need to give Rollie her 10s. And I think that we need to have forgiving hearts because people deserve grace. You know what I'm saying? She did come on here. She was on Baddies West picking on Stunner Girl for no good reason. You know what I'm saying? She swung and punched Gretchen in the damn head last season for no good reason. You know, Rollie has done a lot of questionable things. And I just feel like if she's going to make an effort to be different, we need to make an effort to see her in a different light. And she deserves that, just like we all deserve, you know, that to some degree. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about this. I don't really have too much to say about this. I know this kind of wasn't what y'all was expecting. Y'all was probably expecting me to go real hard and read her through the ground and all of this stuff, but I'm just not in the mood to do that today. I'm kind of in a loving mood today because that's kind of the spirit I came to this video with. So with that being said, I want y'all to drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about Rollie's body transformation. And do y'all think that her attitude has transformed as much as I do? Do y'all think that this is something she's going to keep up, or this is something she's doing for TV, or whatever it is. Just drop down and let me know how you feel about it, because I'm kind of at a place where, you know, I don't know. One thing about me, boo, I could read a bitch to the ground, but I can forgive somebody real easy too. And I think that's a curse and a blessing. But anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll talk to y'all later, boos. Bye.